stories to lift each other, give hope to push us further, and encourage one another.
Tiffany Haddish has been grinding her way through Hollywood since her late teens, landing gigs on That's So Raven, Tyler Perry's If Loving You Is Wrong, and the Arsenio Hall Show, proving that she wasn't the overnight success people thought she was when she hit the big screen in Will Packer's film, Girls Trip. Since then, Tiffany has been in countless movies such as Nobody's Fool, Night School, Here Today, and The Self-Made, inspired by the life of Madam C.J. Walker, just to name a few. She's done TV shows like the classic Kids Say the Darndest Thing and The Last OG, even hosting daytime and late night with her guest hosting gig on Ellen and her nighttime show on TBS, Friday Night Vibes. Tiffany talks to us about the infamous disrespect from reporters, her navigating the life of fame, and how she hasn't let tragedy make her bitter. So we're here with another episode of Behind the Scenes Beauty, and I have with me none other than Tiffany Haddish.
Hey.
Hey, boo.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy.
I'm so excited. You are successful. And you have no other choice to be successful. And that's really what I want to focus on, really, for your episode, because I remember meeting you when you first started Girls Trip. People don't really realize how long you had been on the grind. I did an interview with Claudia Jordan, and she had that show with Vanessa Mitchell. And when I was looking through the footage, I was like, Tiffany was you were one of the comedians that were talking about the dates and stuff.
A lot of us women don't even know we jump off. Like, I was a jump off for 9 years. I didn't know. But I'm over it. It's all good.
I was like, she really been on this grind a really long time. Like, how long?
I mean, I started back in 1997 when I started doing stand-up, and then I wasn't consistent. I was still a teenager, and once I turned about 21, then I got very serious about it. But it took a long time.
So what made you all of a sudden decide to get really serious about it? What clicked?
Because I was trying other things, and I wasn't happy. You know, it's like, I'd rather do what makes me happy and barely make any money than do what makes me miserable and be an evil bitch.
Makes sense. So wait a minute, what were some of the things you tried that didn't make you happy?
I tried being a phone sex operator. That just destroyed my mind and my perception of men. What else did I try? I did customer service at the airlines, which I liked/didn't like.
Uh-huh.
You know, I did bar mitzvahs. That made me happy. I like doing that. I did that till I was like 27. I did that for a long time. For 11 years, I did that.
Okay.
Made me happy, but it didn't like really fulfill me.
Right.
I was trying to get my sexy on. That's when I was looking good. That was what, 2001?
I want to tell you that they were absolutely outstanding.
She's not telling the truth.
I gave her $5 of food stamps for that one. Energetic and full of fun, creative, terrific. And they play the right music for the crowd. Right on. Thanks.
See you later.
And you can't be an energy producer into your 50s. I mean, at that point, you were a DJ, right? Not even want to necessarily be a DJ.
Right.
And what else did I do I was a babysitter. I worked at a daycare for a little bit, worked at a youth center. And those things were fun, but it wasn't fulfilling.
Right.
Yeah.
So what was your big break in comedy? Like, when was the moment where you felt like, oh my God, I made it?
I felt like I made it when I got to do the Arsenio Hall show. When I got to be on Arsenio Hall, and I had already been on a few times just doing sketches, and to me that was a big deal. But when I got to do stand-up on there, I made it.
Please give it up for stand-up comedian Tiffany Haddish.
Oh, Arsenio! You know I love you, right? You know I love you, right, Arsenio? You were supposed to be my baby daddy, but we don't know who your baby mama is. It's okay, though. I want to let y'all know right now, I just had a birthday recently, and I had to renew my driver's license, and I decided that I didn't like the way my life was going, so I changed my identity. I checked the Caucasian box. I'm a white woman now. My life has changed drastically. My credit score went up by 300 points, okay? I'm on the Arsenio Hall show. I got pulled over by the police last week. I was doing 125 miles an hour. Police pulled me over. They should have took me to jail, but they took my license and registration. When it checked, he came back. He said, ma'am, it says that you're Caucasian. I said, what, is it illegal to have a tan in California? Oh my God. When did this happen? And he's like, have a nice day, my white sister. Continue on. It's a beautiful day, beautiful day. And I feel magical right now. I feel magical. I feel like a unicorn or something. I feel...
You couldn't tell me nothing. I'm a star now. I'm done. I could die and I'll be all right. But God had other things in store for me.
Right.
So.
Okay, so everybody pretty much knows that like Girls Trip was like your big breakout, even though, like we said, you have been doing the Carmichael show and all that, which was one of my favorites. I loved you on that too. A lot of people, like I said, know you as to be a breakout at that point. And since then, how have you embraced this new life of success, like going from 0 to 100? Because really it felt like that.
Yeah, well, to everybody it felt like 0 to 100. To me, it felt like 0. It felt not even 0 for me. For me, it felt like 15 to about 75 miles an hour. So I'm going by the way I feel like I should be. And it's very different. Like, some of the things that make it so different is like I'm not like struggling on how I'm gonna pay my light bill, my gas bill,
right.
or is my phone gonna get cut off this month. So that's a very comforting feeling not to worry about that. But then like, you know, some of my friends have definitely changed. And I'm just like most people tell you, this is the same Tiffany. The only thing changes her outfit. Maybe she's spending more money on her clothes or her look or whatever, but she's the same Tiffany. And my friends, they start treating me different. Like instead of calling me Tiffany, they'll be like, Miss Haddish. I'm like, who? What are you? I've known you since we was in high school. Why are you saying Miss Haddish? Or, like, you know, and it feels like, well, they see me in this way now, so they feel like they should talk to me this way or treat me this way. And I don't expect that from people I've known since I was a teenager.
Right.
You know, I do expect that from strangers, though.
Right.
I
True.
do expect it from strangers because you don't know me.
Clearly. And we're going to get back to that. We're going to get back to that and how people approach you sometimes. But I also want to ask, who are some of the actresses that embraced you, some of the comedians that embraced you that sort of made you, helped you along your way?
Chris Spencer, Kevin Hart, I got to meet Richard Pryor. I wouldn't say he necessarily embraced me, but he definitely gave me some jewels. Tom Dreesen, Anna Faris.
Yes.
Anna Faris, she embraced me and like really pumped me up with a lot of confidence when we met. And then it was just, you know, and then once Girls Trip hit, I finally got to meet Whoopi, and that's just been my like fuel. That's been my fuel. I remember the first time I went to do The View and she wasn't there. I was so upset. I was so mad. I was mad at everybody there because I was like, the only reason I even came here is because I wanted to meet my mama. And then Whoopi sent me a video, and I watched that video every night for so long. I still be watching it because it's like, I ain't emotional. I'm not sensitive, but I'm very happy. These are tears of joy because, you know, you go through so many things in life and you be having these dreams and you just really want them to come true. And then some days you be like, dang, this is never going to happen. When she sent me that video, I swear to God, I tried to send her a video back and it worked. They're my mama. Oh, I love you so much.
The feeling's mutual.
All this time, and then Angela Bassett embraced me, and Tashina Arnold, and Tisha Campbell, and Jada, Queen Latifah, Regina Hall, Regina King. I mean, I could keep going on and on. I've made a lot of friends
Right.
that really are encouraging, check on me, make sure I'm all right. Like, yeah.
That's what's up. So how have you handled like self-esteem and beauty and all of that stuff? Like how did you view yourself before fame, and how do you view yourself now?
Okay, so before fame, I viewed myself as too skinny, and for me, fame happened in 2014, okay? For all of y'all, everybody else, like 2014, 2015, in my mind, I made it, okay? So I viewed myself as too skinny. I needed to gain weight. Even though, like, I had an agent for, like, years, for, like, 11 years prior to, that was telling me I was too fat, right? And I was, like, 130 pounds. She's like, you're too fat. You're never going to make it as a leading lady unless we can see your ribs. And I'm like, see my ribs? You see my ribs, you can see my heartbeat. That's gross. Like, that's gross. And I'm like, maybe for your culture, your community, that's what it is. For my community and my culture, it's like you better have some ass and some hips. And you better have some thickness. When you walk, it better jiggle, you know? And so once I got that show, If Loving You Is Wrong, with Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Yeah, that was on the first season of that. That's somebody else that's always been very encouraging too. But I got to work with Tyler, and then I got a little money, and I started eating more. And then I was like feeling myself. And then it seemed like the more money I got, the more I would eat with, I want to eat. And I got so busy, I wasn't as active physically as I was before. So, yeah, I gained some weight. And then it was like, I remember somebody sent a treadmill to my house, and I was pissed. I was so mad that I thought the studio had sent the treadmill, like, you need to lose weight. I was pissed off. But it wasn't the studio. It was actually, like, somebody that I consider to be, like, a major focal point in my existence. And he was like, buddy, I heard you say you want a gym membership and that you're too busy, so I got you a treadmill. And I'm like, what? Like, you should talk to me about that, because I was accusing everybody of fucking giving me this treadmill. And then I wasn't offended so much anymore.
Gotcha, okay.
Right, but yeah, I always like, feeling like I was too big. And then it's funny when I was feeling like I was too skinny. Then I got bigger and I felt like I was perfect. Like girls trip weight, I feel like that's a perfect weight. That was 145, 150. I feel like that's in the pocket, right? And then as time went on, like a little more money, more dinner dates, more being out, less dancing, less, hanging out on the beach, less surfing, more.
Wait a minute, you surf?
Oh, I surf. They call me the Black Gidget. Then it was, it was less of me doing like all the fun stuff that I was doing, and I was learning a new lifestyle, right? So, yeah, I was just gaining weight, tore my meniscus, got even bigger, and then it was, the different stylists, saying, oh, you're getting fat, you're this, nobody will ever dress you, then you can't get nothing custom. So that was like, it was bothering me, but then I was like, man, these men out here loving this booty. I don't know, these designers might not like it, but these men is loving it. So, fuck what you say.
Okay.
And I feel good. It was once I stopped feeling good. When my knees was hurting all the time, my feet were hurting all the time. Then I was like, okay, I got to make some changes. That's when I think you should make changes and adjustments in your lifestyle and with your body and everything when it don't feel good no more.
Yeah, because I asked that question just because I know how Hollywood can be, and everybody has an opinion on the way you look and what you should do. You cut all your hair off, and
yeah, half the world's like, she's so brave. The other half like, what the hell is going on with this bald-headed bitch? She done lost her damn mind. And I ain't lost my mind. I want to know who I am. We in a pandemic. Why not?
Right. So did you go back and forth about it, like doing the haircut, or?
Yeah, for 3 years I was talking about it. For 3 years, because for those 3 years, people was pulling on my hair, pins in it, and like, braiding it down or burning it out. And it's just like a lot of stress. And it's like, oh, your hair needs to look like this. We need your hair like that. And it's like, man, if I was bald-headed, you could put that wig on there, would make it look like whatever you want to look like. And then my ears won't be getting burned. My edges won't be getting burned. I don't have to worry about a whole lot of chemicals and all that stuff. And it'll be less stress for me. And it was. And it is great. And it's still less stress. It's short now. I like looking like a professor at Howard University or a social worker. I like the look, so I don't care. And it's less stress for me.
But it looks great.
Thank you.
I love the blonde.
I
love the blonde.
Thank you.
Okay, I do want to go back to something, because when I was having a conversation with someone that I was telling them that I was going to be talking to you today, they were asking a question about when. And since you brought up having the agent or the manager that told you about your ribs, How do you navigate learning when to switch a team, knowing when people aren't serving you anymore, and the courage to do it? Because a lot of artists and actors and whatever, they want to venture out, but they're scared that they're not going to get someone or whatever. How do you navigate that whole situation?
Okay, so this is how I navigate it. I listen to my intuition.
Okay.
Your intuition is always right. And it's just like how you decide, am I going to leave this party? I'm going to stay at this party, right? If you're tired of the party, ain't nothing in the party putting a smile on your face, you know you could be doing better things with your time, then it's time to go. Like, if every time they're talking to you, like for me anyways, if every time this person's talking to me, I feel bad, I don't feel confident in what they're saying, I don't feel like they really have my best interests at heart, I'm gonna change you. I'm gonna have to switch. It's time for you to move on. You've served your purpose. Just like a leaf on the tree or the branch on the damn tree, it served its purpose. It's dead now. You must be pruned. I have to prune you. Like, and that's, I think, in every relationship in life, but especially when somebody is supposed to be representing you career-wise. If every time they talk to you, you feel anger in your heart, if every time they talk to you, it feels uncomfortable, and you feel like, oh, if this person goes, like, I was at the point of feeling like, you know, dang, with that particular agent, every time they talked to someone, they were saying, oh, Tiffany's not right for the part. She's fat. I have this other client. Well, they're not serving their purpose for me. No. And especially if somebody's calling you and saying, I want to give Tiffany this job, and you're telling them, you're representing me. You get paid off of me working, and you tell them, no, she's not right for the part. I have somebody else that I think would be better. Tiffany's too fat. You're not supposed to be representing me anymore. Oh yeah,
no, you gotta go.
Right, you have to go.
You gotta
right?
go.
So if my team, if I find out my team, anybody on my team's talking like that, first I'm gonna have a conversation with them. Why did you say that? What makes you feel that way? And then if it doesn't resonate with me in a positive light, I don't need you around me. If you give me shortchanged, you horse trade me. Like, and I know that's what the businesses are. They do a lot of horse trading, which I didn't understand what that meant at first.
What does that mean for you?
It's basically like, okay, like how the NBA would trade someone for this person, or trade for that one or whatever. And they used to do that with horses all the time. Different, you know, stables or whatever do that with horses. So that's why it's called horse trading, I believe. But it's just the same as if, you know, someone was playing for the Clippers, now they in Wisconsin, you know. Something like that. And they maybe give 2 players up, and then this person take over that contract. And they're like, okay, if you get Tiffany, you got to take 2 more of my clients for this movie. If you, okay, you take Kevin, but Tiffany has to come, and this new talent has to come, and then you can have Kevin. Meanwhile, Kevin don't know nothing about that.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, if you're gonna do that, let me know. Especially if I'm not producing, okay. But if I'm producing on this project, I need to know the ins and outs of everything on this project. And it might make me feel some type of way, but I will respect you more if you said it to me. And that's another thing. If I'm working with you, I have to respect you. If I don't have no respect for you, we shouldn't be working together.
Right.
I don't want to give my money to people I have disrespect for or no respect for.
Right.
Because they're taking a portion of my money. So, and we're growing, we're building something together. And I just feel like if I don't respect them and what they do for me, then why am I working with you? Right. This is the same reason like why be in a relationship. If you don't respect somebody, if they're your friend and you disrespecting them all the time, y'all probably shouldn't be friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I have few friends.
And so here, you said the courage to do it. A lot of people are scared, right, to do that. Like, oh, I probably won't get another agent. Then you probably won't. Because you don't value what you have. Like, you don't feel like you're enough. Like, you need to feel like you are enough. And a lot of agents and people, and that's just in life and anything, they'll try to make you feel like you're not good enough so you don't go nowhere else. But if you can make $100,000 on this project and do this thing, you probably can make $1 million doing something else with somebody that really believes in you.
Right.
It's like you need to have somebody that believes in you, respects you too. If you don't have it, then what are you doing?
True.
Making little crumbs.
Okay, so I want to ask this question because one thing I love, when I tell you I love about you, despite anything, you're amazingly funny and all of that stuff, but your heart. I've seen you do the comedy show where you had everybody come and bring the bags because you didn't have actual luggage when you were in the foster home. That was so beautiful to me. I love the fact that when you get on, you've had people that you worked with that said negative stuff about you because they were slightly intimidated and jealous about where you were and that people were noticing you and not noticing them as much. And you've always remained positive. With everything you have been through in life, from with your mom, everything, where do you get all of this positive energy and how do you get this outlook? Because so many people let these things affect them. Where did that come from?
Okay, so I got some techniques. Okay, because best believe I get very negative.
Okay.
I can be very, very toxic, but I try not to be toxic in the streets. There's a bathroom, right, in your house and a toilet in there for you to shit in, right?
Right.
So you don't shit in the streets, right? So I try to take care of this shit at home, okay? I do be look, I'm not perfect, and I try my best once I walk out the door to give what I get, to give what I want, right? If you give what you want, you're gonna get that back a majority of the times. Now, sometimes I might give people some shit, and then I get back shit, right? Sometimes, but I feel like all of it starts with me. It all starts with me. Like, people can only do to me what I allow them to do and the power that I give them, right? And if they feel empowered to shit on me, they will try. They will do so. And then in turn, though, I'm rubber. I'm rubber. You're glue. What you say about me bounces off of me and sticks to you, because really, I'm a reflection of what you're feeling. When you talking shit about somebody, it's a reflection usually about how you feeling about yourself or how you feel about a certain subject or action, right? So when I'm at home, I will take all the shit. I will trash you by myself. Normally, while I'm sitting on the toilet.
Right.
Sometimes, my good friends might call me and I'm like, hey, I'm having an emotional shit right now. You might not want to talk to me right now because I'm on my emotional shit. Now, if you want to go through it with me and laugh with me, whatever, cool. Because I will go through it and I will talk about, like, why am I hurt? And then I will talk about what's funny in it. What can I find funny in this? And then I'll just kind of gravitate and hold on to that, even though my feelings may be hurt. And then I let the person who hurt my feelings know you hurt my feelings. But I wish you joy. I wish you all the happiness and joy you can handle, because you hurt me 9 times out of 10 because you got hurt in you, because hurt people. And every time I've ever really been hurt by somebody, I know it wasn't no damn accident.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't no accident. But it is what it is. You understand?
But you handle this so well. Like, I mean, everything that comes at you, you're tempered, which that's a gift, because everybody doesn't have that. Even let's talk about the lady, the reporter. That's a mild one. So let's talk about that one. The reporter comes up to you and says, "Oh, you have a little costume change."
A little costume change?
I'm not wearing a costume. I'm wearing Dolce & Gabbana. It's called an evening gown, darling. This is not, no one's paying me for this. I paid for it. It's custom. Thank you.
Time of death for me right now. You look gorgeous.
This is not an acting gig. This is my life. This what fame look like. This what success look like. This what money look like. This what it look like. It's what it look like.
When is your book coming out called This What It Looked Like? And I will just read the entire book.
That book's not coming no time soon, but I Curse You With Joy will be out in November.
Okay.
And Layla, The Last Black Unicorn, will be out next month.
You're doing so much right now. Okay.
I'm just, trying to accomplish a lot of things before 50.
What about that moment? Because everybody was like, it just went everywhere, and everybody was like, Tiffany just checked this woman.
Well, because every time I get in interviews, not every time, but a lot of the times when I get in interviews with certain reporters, they like to discount my work. They like to make it seem like it's, a minuscule thing. For me, it's huge. And I don't know about you, but I know where I come from. When somebody put little in front of something, if it ain't little body or, you know what I'm saying? Your little
is never really good.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not a good thing. It's usually not a good thing. Like, so it's usually a negative thing, right? Like, look at your little movie. I saw your little interview. You did your little show.
Yeah.
Like, that's really like a backhanded compliment, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Because what I do know is they wouldn't do that to any of these other actresses out here. you know, that don't have my same skin complexion. They wouldn't, you know, they wouldn't do it to a girl from Hunger Games.
Right.
Oh, look at you with your little costume change. Like I'm in the damn set. Like I'm not on the set. This isn't Halloween. Okay?
Right.
They're not issuing me a check to be here. This is an opportunity. This is my chance to celebrate all the hard work that I put in over the year. It's my prom, if you will. I feel like the Oscars is like, you know, the grown-up prom. Or, you know, that's how I looked at it. It's a chance for you to wear an evening gown, feel beautiful, hobnob with your colleagues, and have a good time. And talk about whatever, maybe some projects coming up, and give some, you know, accolades to people that deserve it. But for you to go, oh, your little costume, man, that's just like, I snapped. And so the little girl, the little ghetto girl in me wanted to be like, bitch, little costume. I wanted to clap and everything. That was the hood girl inside of me wanted to come out, right? 16-year-old Tiffany wanted to go off. But the adult Tiffany inside of me was like, pause. We can say all of this and still do it with respect. You can say how you feel, but do it with respect. And that's something I've been working on for a long time, since I was like 20. How do I say what I feel, but say it in a respectful way?
Right.
You know, how would I want to receive it? If I said this to this person and they were hurt by it, or they felt like you taking shots, how would you want them to respond to you?
Right.
So that's what I try to get at everybody. When you say something crazy to me, I think to myself, if I had said that, how would I want them to respond? And I'll respond in that manner.
You did. And it was very professional. It was checked, but it was...
Now, had I been drunk, had I been intoxicated in any form,
she would have got all of that.
I would have gave her the hand claps, or I would have just walked away from her. Because I know me.
Right.
I'm not, you know, I'm not nice. I'm a nice person, but I'm...
No, you're very nice.
I mean...
I love you.
I'm not mean, but I mean what I say. How about that?
Sure. And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You're consistent, I will say that. You've never changed since I met you.
Right.
Okay, and also let's talk about the fact that you made Best Dressed list as a People's Best Dresses list.
Right.
So your little costume change turned out to be a big moment, actually.
Right.
and who styled you for that?
Micah and Wayman styled me. And I must say it's been really great working with them, because I feel like they make me feel beautiful, first of all. They treat me with respect and dignity. I treat them with respect. If something's not fitting right, they go, okay, let's try something else. This isn't fitting right. And it's not like, girl, you need to lose weight, or you need to this. Like, they're like, okay, let's change it out.
Right.
And then usually they change it out to something better. So working with them has been really great, because I don't know, as a black woman, to find a black man that treats you with kindness is kind of like, it's hard to find. So when you find some, it's like, oh, you're my brother now. I don't want to fuck this up. I kind of want to sleep with you, but I'm not, because I don't want to ruin this. So let's just be brother and sister. Let's lift each other up. Let's it feels really good to walk out of the house and feel like these people know that they gave 110%, and they kept words of affirmation as opposed to words of destruction.
Yeah. That's
felt really nice.
It definitely matters.
It's refreshing. People
don't realize how important your team is and the people that you have around you and how they make you feel, because when you go out there, the last thing you want to do is have to worry about how you feel in your clothes, what somebody said to you in your mind, what your makeup, what your hair look like, all of that stuff.
Right.
So since we're giving a shout outs to team, let's give a shout out to who your hair and makeup is.
Yeah. So we got to give a shout out to Ray Christopher, who usually does my hair. I did it today because I wanted the natural look. We got to give a shout out to Ernesto, who does my makeup, Dion Wynn, who does my makeup for all my movies and TV shows, like Oscar James, who be doing my makeup for my movies and TV shows.
Oscar's done the show before too.
Yeah, I love Oscar. That's really, I've been trying to make him my husband, but he not feeling it, but it's okay. He's family though, and that's the thing, like once I embrace you as family, like that's that. Like we fam, we have our little disagreements here and there, but there's never no shit talking. There's never no
disrespect.
Disrespect. It's always with respect, and that's what I love. That's the environment I want for myself, and I want people to feel free to tell me the truth. Like if I'm like, yeah, I want glitter all under here, and it don't look right, I want them to be able to respectfully, Tiffany.
Right.
Sailor Moon's not popping today. This is not the look
Not
for
Sailor
you today.
Moon.
Respectfully, let's get that off and let's try something else.
Right.
You know, that to me is the type of environment I want to work in. People that are honest with me and can be honest in a way that's not vicious and malicious.
Right. Okay, so you have something new coming up. I don't know how much you can talk about it.
Oh, I can talk about whatever I want to.
Okay, so you got music.
Okay, maybe I can't talk about it. No, I can talk about it. So, yeah, I'm creating, man. I'm in the lab.
That is crazy. So is music been something you've always played with before, or?
Man, you should have seen me as a little kid. I used to think I was gonna be on Star Search. And I used to get on my tricycle and sing songs in the backyard, riding around in circles, and then I'll ride up and down the block on my tricycle and sing songs to every person that would freaking listen. And I found that I was better at making these people laugh than like pulling them in with my tunes. And it's funny, as a teenager, me and my best friend Selena, we had started a singing group. And it was called Crazy, Sexy, Cool, right? And I was goofy. Was I goofy? Yeah, I was I was crazy. She was goofy. And our other friend, Stephanie, she was sexy or whatever. And we was like trying to make this thing go. And we was singing in her den. And this when I realized music might not be my thing. We was in my best friend's den. And we was using a tape recorder. This is the 1900s, y'all, so we had tape recorders. So we on the tape recorder, and we singing this song, at the bus stop, baby, you are the one that my heart beats for. And we was singing it like, and then we was so proud of ourselves. We stopped the tape, we rewinded it, we played it back, and we heard her dog in the background the whole damn time. Every time. It's funny, when we wasn't singing, the dog was quiet, and when we was singing, the dog was like, oh, oh. And that's when I decided, yeah, music might not be the thing for me. Maybe I should stick to, musical theater, comedic music. And I've been making music, though, for the past, 3 years.
Well, I was lucky enough to be at Jason Lee's house last night, and I got a full concert. You did an amazing job. I really was shocked. First of all, I didn't even know Jason could sing a little bit. I was really shocked that he could carry a tune. And I was like, who knew all of this stuff?
A couple of vocal lessons for both of us. We might have us a group. We might be the new Peaches and Her.
The sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-las, okay? So who are you working with? Can you talk about any of that? Who you working with on this?
What it look like. That'll be coming out with me, Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, so I'm working with Snoop and Lil Wayne. Bangladesh has been making beats for me. Bagats is really who been pulling me in. Tiff, you really could be taken seriously as a real vocalist. You got the skills. And I'm like, yeah, for cartoons and movies. No, so in my mind, I'm making these songs to be in my movies and my TV shows and different projects that I'm producing. Now everybody else mind, it's going on the radio, we finna be touring the world, and I'm like, I'm not singing and dancing.
Right. Because you can dance too.
I know, so it's one or the other, because if I dance, I ain't gonna be able to breathe. You understand me? I got a lot of more training to do, if you will. So I'm just growing and I'm sharing all the gifts that God gave me, and I just wanted to bring joy. That's all. I'm about bringing the joy.
You got flow.
So,
I've heard it. You have amazing flow.
Well,
So how long do we have to wait?
I can do musical arrangements and whatnot.
You can. I mean, because you did Private Dancer. You overlaid Private Dancer last night with who? What song was playing? I don't know what the song was.
The song was.
You did Whitney Houston, Children of the Future. I was like, you did.
I did remix
Itsy Bitsy Spider. You did a whole performance. You did it on your live, so hopefully people that was on your live saw it.
You know what's so mad? I went back and looked at that live, and Private Dancer was silenced for some reason. It was muted, and then everything else came on.
It was probably the way your finger was covering the mic.
Yeah, I wasn't covering the mic. That was Jason.
Jason wasn't focused.
Yeah, Jason probably was covering the mic.
Gotcha. Okay, so when you laid out the reporter, you mentioned that you have a book. Is it a book coming out? Actually?
Yes, I have 2 books coming out. Actually, there's going to be 3.
Okay.
But this month, actually, Layla the Last Black Unicorn comes out. And that is a book about a unicorn who figures out that she's special and that it's okay to be different.
Okay.
Then in November, my book, I Curse You With Joy, is coming out. That's memoirs.
Okay.
About how I handle some of the, it's basically picking up where The Last Black Unicorn left off at. My first memoir, Tiffany Haddish, The Last Black Unicorn. You should get the audio version or the actual book and check it out before I Curse You With Joy comes out, so you understand where Curse You With Joy picks up at and what's going on. And then I have another middle grade book for young adults coming out.
Okay. So, are any plans to tour, comedy tours or anything?
Oh, yeah. That's coming too. I don't know the exact dates yet because COVID has my movie schedule so crazy. And I have some movies that I'm contractually obligated to complete. And I will be doing tours though, little short tours in between the movies.
Okay. So you have a movie premiere today.
I got a movie premiere today.
What is that movie?
Yeah, so today's movie premiere is Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It's a movie that I'm in with Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal and Ike Barinholtz and a bunch of other really talented actors. It's kind of an international movie. I got to be in Budapest for like 3 weeks. And there's a lot of history there. You can see like that there was war there at one point in time. And you can see some like bullet holes in some of the like very old buildings or whatever. So it's kind of dope.
So what's the concept of the movie? Like what's the...
So the concept of Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is Nicolas Cage is Nicolas Cage. And his career is kind of falling off as an actor. And he takes a gig to go to this party, like a personal appearance. And the guy's gonna pay him like $1 million to spend a few days at this place that maybe a drug lord is running. And then there's comedy that ensues. Okay. I play a straight person. When I say straight person,
meaning not meant to be funny.
Yes, that's what that means. Not meant to be funny at all.
Okay. So is that hard for you? Is that hard for you?
No, I mean, according to the internet, I'm not funny anyway. So why not take a role where I'm not supposed to be funny? I'd be doing my part. Right, internet?
Oh my God.
Did I just take a dig?
You did.
I did.
But it was a random dig and whoever
It was random.
It
was random for the haters. For the ones who say I'm not funny, but you still keep watching my stuff though.
That's what they do.
They say, what did that say? Ugh.
Listen.
No, but it was not, the first day was difficult for me. Day one was difficult because I was, going through some stuff mentally, looking at Nicolas Cage sitting right across from me.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do you have those moments where you pinching yourself and you're like, I am in a film with so-and-so? Or are you still in that space or is it now more common?
I'm still in that space, and then I remind myself that they have just been doing this longer, but they're no different than me. Yeah. That's still a human being. They still use the restroom, they still hurt, they still bleed, all of that stuff, they're just a human. But sometimes I'll be having stories I want to tell them, and I'm like, when's the right time to tell this story? Or like how they like affected me in some kind of way. And so it's just like finding those moments, because, all the time ain't the right time.
True that. Okay, so my final question, which I ask everyone that does the show, is what is beautiful to you? What does Tiffany Haddish find beauty in?
We got another 30 minutes?
Listen,
Because I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
That I find beauty in everything. I find beauty in so many things, and it may be because I'm just trying to continue to live. Because if you always looking at the ugly and always focus on the ugly and always focus on the negative, well then I think that's a part of what makes people take themselves out or hurt yourself in some kind of way, or be around people that can hurt you, putting yourself in bad situations. So I find the beauty in everything, which is not necessarily the most, PG thing or correct thing, politically correct thing for Hollywood or whatever. But I find what's beautiful for me? Cleanliness is beautiful. Clean teeth, brush teeth. Your smile is so gorgeous to me.
Thank you.
I watch pimple popping videos. I think that shit is amazing. I find the beauty in it. I don't know. I know it's gross, but to see all that that's, what did you call that, sebum or whatever, coming out that pore, and just like, I know that feels good. And I find the beauty in that. I find the beauty in, you know, like, there's been a lot of trauma that's happened in my life, so I always have to figure out how to process. What's the funny in this? What's the thing that's gonna keep me okay and keep me from breaking down, right? So
Gotcha.
I'm good for that. Seeing a man defend his woman, even if it's really about his ego, in the moment, I'm like, wow. I never seen that before. It's usually the other way around, the woman fighting for the man.
Right.
But to see a black man do that, it was like, wow. Was it appropriate? No. Do I condone it? No.
Right.
Violence is bad.
Right.
It's horrible. But
it was the moment that
it made me believe in black men again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was about to sign out. I was signing out. I was like, okay, let me go to Italy.
Would you have another public relationship with another person that is famous as well, or do you?
Probably not. Probably not. I'll probably.
Because was that a lot to be in the spotlight and everybody?
It wasn't a lot to me, but probably not, because I don't necessarily know what everybody's intentions are. And what I noticed being out here, I go on one dinner date and they're like, Tiffany, smash it. I'm like, I wish.
Right.
I wish. But then after talking to them, no, I don't wish.
Right, after
like
you get
after
to know 'em.
communication, I'm like, no, I'm good. So, yeah,
No.
I'm good.
You're good.
This is, secret lovers. And that gives a little more spice anyways, a little more sassy-matazz.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh.
It's a lot of young boys hitting on me. This one right here with the curly hair, he be hitting on me.
Listen, the
I'm
Dominicans,
like,
boy, they do it.
I'm like, I don't want to breastfeed you, but I will.
Listen.
I don't want to, but
he
I
look
will.
like he'll put it on you, too.
And he gonna try. He gonna try. They be like, I'm about to break her back. When you only got to do all that.
I don't need all that.
I'm older now, so I'm like, you stop. I got this. Just close your eyes and enjoy the ride. They be crying and shit. My soul, shut up. Stop crying. Here, put my titty in your mouth.
Oh, God. Somebody help. Okay.
I'm sorry, did I go too far?
Never.
I don't know. But yeah, so public relationship, not really gonna be my thing. I mean, I'll never deny anything. Like, I'm always gonna be honest if somebody asks me. But yeah, I don't think so.
It's on quiet time. Or a celebrity.
Or a celebrity, yeah, I'll sleep with one or two. I'll sleep with you. I'll lay down right next to you. But I'll be like advertising, marching down the street saying something.
No more.
No, but if somebody asks me, I ain't gonna lie neither.
Right. Okay. Tiffany, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love you so much. When I tell you I love you,
I love you too.
I really do. From day one, and you always say I love this love. And so that's how we are.
This is the good love.
It is. I love you so much.
It's good.
And I wish you nothing but success. I curse you with good fortune. And I pray that God give you everything you ever wished and hoped for. Take it.
I'm receiving it. I'm putting it in my pocket.
Yes.
And then I'm pulling something out of here. Give you all the joy, all the happiness, all the success, all the abundance you can handle. Look at that. Money is raining on you. Look at you.
Okay, don't make me speak in tongue. I will.
Yeah, sha-na-na-na.
All right, thank you so much for watching. And where can we find you? Anything?
Well, you can find me just Tiffany Haddish. Google it. It'll
Y'all
pop
already
up.
know.
You know what it is.
I know.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Oh, I'm about to have my own situation popping on. Haddish Cloud is coming.
See, she's a businesswoman. You still do crypto?
Yeah, I got my little crypto. So I got some coins getting ready to drop.
Okay.
Yeah,
NFTs and all that stuff?
Yeah, the NFTs dropped. The NFTs done dropped already, but I ain't put my name on it because I just wanted to see how it would do just on its own, and they doing okay.
Now, I'm going to be honest, I know nothing about NFTs or anything, but I have a friend that's a lawyer that is teaching me a little bit.
Yeah, the non-fungible tokens. Basically, what I have boiled it down to is you selling energy. I mean, that's what the internet is. It's energy, right? When you think about it, like, you get up and you get in that internet, it's fueling you with information, then it gives you a certain kind of energy. It's energy. So that's why it's important to be careful what you searching, be careful what you looking up, be careful what you digesting. That's why I was like, hey, look up the word future. Look up this word, like conditional, like all these things. Like, I love taking in new words. That's my job as a comedian, is to have the words to tell the story, right? And the words are so important because the first thing you learn how to do, what you're supposed to learn how to do, is spell. And when you use those words, you are casting a spell. We are little witches and warlocks. At the end of the day, we paint our existence. So how you use those words, the energy behind those words are really important. And those NFTs is nothing but energy. Bitcoins, all the different crypto, that's energy. And literally they have big ass generators generating these coins and stuff. So that energy is really important. So the more information you have about it, the more you know how to harness that energy. Just like the more words you know, the more hearts you're able to affect and be able to express, because the heart speaks to the heart.
Listen.
Even if it's a whole nother language, the energy behind those words, people can feel it. They know. That's why certain songs hit no matter where in the world it is, because the energy behind it. So we all been slinging energy for years.
Yeah.
But now it's just coming through the computer, I guess, and you can buy stuff with energy now.
Well, that's what's up.
That's how I look at NFTs. It's probably confused the hell out of you still.
I'm sitting here, my head is swimming, but you know what? I'm going to figure it out later.
Think about it. It's energy, bruh.
Right.
Just like when you do like Cash App.
True.
Are you getting actual cash?
No, you're right.
It's
Okay.
energy. There's numbers, like and what's his name? Clarence Avant. I met Clarence Avant, and the one thing that he said that stuck with me, and I've been like realizing it. He said, "Life is all about the numbers. It's all about numbers. No matter what you're talking about, there is numbers involved. So do the numbers work for you?"
Well, I need the numbers to
And
work.
somebody like, no, love don't work off of numbers, but it kind of do. Everything is about the numbers.
Gotcha.
Think about that.
Okay.
Digest it. We had fun with y'all today.
We did. Thank you so much. We'll talk to y'all later.
Behind the scenes.